think he should be allowed to return to the UK, Laurie?
So he's a British citizen, so he maintains the right to return to the UK, and that's a right that we all enjoy. It's good to hear, as we saw in the news report earlier, that when he returns to the UK, there could be some kind of prosecution, right? And that is absolutely appropriate. The blanket principle, because if this guy is engaged in terrorist activities, we heard there on the segment that it's alleged, he needs to be taken to court, and we need to find out, and then if he's engaged in those behaviours, in a British court, he was in Turkish court, in a British court, then he should be prosecuted, and that should be that, right? Separate to his specific case, the general principle of removing citizenship is something that, we can hear these cases and be like, well, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But in reading about it, I think there are some complexities to it, and a bit of me is slightly uncomfortable with it for two reasons, basically. One, I feel like you're displacing the problem. So this guy, he I think originally his family came from another country, right? And if we say you're no longer a British citizen, you're going back to that country, what's he then going to do? And is he going to have a serious problem with the UK?
But why would we care? Yeah, and I'm absolutely trying to displace the problem. Thank you. Go somewhere else.
Is he going to go? But is he then going to go to Syria, or is he going to go to another place where British armed forces are fighting?
Why doesn't he go to what I would imagine would be his idea of heaven? Why don't you go live in a deeply Islamic country under Sharia law?
We live in a global.
Go over there.
We're concerned about terrorism, and it's a global issue, right? And there's a potential here. I'm not talking about this particular guy, but a potential here for displacement of the problem. The second thing is that it is part of that is palming it off onto other countries. The only way we can deal with this type of threat is by ensuring that we cooperate internationally. And what I would like to see is a situation where returning British citizens who've engaged themselves in certain activities abroad are able to be put through a process where they're prosecuted in Britain. We don't have a situation where they come back and say they've got out of prison in Turkey, and they come back and the British authorities allow them then to be on the streets and under monitoring or whatever, but they are prosecuted when they come back.
Alan Miller, where do you stand?